pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. Brooklyn begins the game with the basketball. Irving to Harden. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
To Jaren Jackson. To Kyle Anderson. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Durant to Griffin. Down low, Durant. Takes stock of the floor. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Kevin Durant. Dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Anderson. To Allen. Nothing going here on that drive. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. He throws this in for 2. Too easy.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Durant to Griffin. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kevin Durant at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Grizzlies at the controls right now. To Jaren Jackson. Jaren Jackson with the dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Surveys the floor. Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Kevin Durant, 3 for 3. That's a perfect start. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
That bothered Kyle Anderson. Well defended. To Durant. Fires the 3. Double figures in the first quarter. Now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
To Jaren Jackson. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Nets have it. Durant to Harden. Here's a chance from long range with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
first one. Count it. 2 for 2 on that trip. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Lead stands at 7. To Durant. Short jumper stays out.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
it's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Durant. And he's going to the line to shoot. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Kevin Durant trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. One free throw, count it. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. The free throw good as he completes the 3-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Grizzlies own the basketball. Kevin Durant pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
DeAndre Jordan, look out.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Durant with the basketball up top. The lead stands at 9. Trying to cash in, knocks it down off the step back.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
DeAndre Jordan swats it. Dinwiddie into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Can't connect.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. That's it for the first quarter. The Nets have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Shot from the lane won't go. Durant across the timeline. It's a 9-point lead.
Hey, double screen.
Defense making the ball handler work. To Durant. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. That's a 24-second violation. he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Kevin Durant with the rock. Gets it in the left corner. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Count the basket inside.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and, most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Kevin Durant lets it fly. Wide open look, won't go. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Kevin Durant has it. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Irving to Durant. Fires the three, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
To Jaren Jackson. Stuffs it down with authority.
You can't jump with you.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Durant with the basketball up top. He'll run the offense. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2" guard. Scary.
DeAndre Jordan snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Griffin to Durant. Nice pass to set things up.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
What a move. If you're on defense, you can't be caught flat-footed there.
Knocked loose. Durant to Irving. Kyrie Irving. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Huh, what a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
To Irving. Jonas Valanciunas with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Durant to Irving. The shot clock expires. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. To Valanciunas. 4-3. Jaren Jackson at the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
See, you've been working on your game.
And he misses the second. Nets have the basketball to Durant. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Oh, yeah, he rocked him to sleep on that one.
Oh, yeah, that's life work.
Kevin Durant at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. It's been all net so far.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. Have a look at the leading scores for the Brooklyn Nets. The Grizzlies were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the half.
Kevin Durant has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after 1 half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Justice Winslow has really struggled today with his scoring output. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Kyrie Irving. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
It goes down.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Allen. Anderson. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Painted area won't go down. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. To Griffin. Durant. To Griffin. Irving. Jay, free throws coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Knocks down the first. So he hits the first, misses the second. To Durant. And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
It's Grizzlies ball. To Allen. Picked up by the Nets. Durant to Irving. Kyrie Irving. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Durant to Irving. Durant to Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. You know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for 3.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Knocked loose. Picked up by Memphis. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. To Kyle Anderson. 24-second violation. And scores. Strong take.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To Kyle Anderson. Lets it fly from long range. That bothered Kyle Anderson. Well defended. Harden into the front court. They lead it by 14. Durant had made his first couple, but he misses there. Baseline drive.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Harden in possession. His guys leading by 14. To Griffin. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen. James Harden. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Number 13, James Harden.
Deep three at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and the Nets enjoying some breathing room. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Free throws coming up.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. Kyrie Irving. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
DeLon Wright at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throw up and good, and the lead's back down to 13. Irving, terrific vision.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Tyler Johnson has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. First one, count it. No good on this. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
And scores. Great body control on the step through.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Goes to the right side to Dylan Brooks. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Has a look. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Irving. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. To Allen. Jaren Jackson from long range. Won't go down. To Irving.
Here we go.
Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Harden. Not that time. He misses.
Make that, baby.
To right. Anderson rocking the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Irving to Jordan. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. The defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Here comes the screen. Grayson Allen to Valanciunas. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the 3-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Shot from the lane won't go. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on the 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. To Kyle Anderson. Jaren Jackson. Turns and slams it down.
Valanciunas giving you that size, giving you that length, a guy that can extend the defense. But you kind of forget that he was the 5th pick taken overall in 2011.
Brooklyn's got it. Driving is Harden, but he can't get it to go down. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball 1-on-1. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Stuffs it down with authority.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Harden in possession. His guys hold a commanding lead. He wants it at the rim and scores.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Harden with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's the Nets who are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. This team did everything they could do to secure the win. Great job by both the players and the coaching staff. The Grizzlies didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Brooklyn Nets were most impressive in the way they turned their effort into second chance points. If I was their coach, I'd be very proud of the team for the way they played with heart.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.